I'm shook. I'm stunned. I can't believe my eyes. Auto team, 1 key, nightmare. Not like some of the other teams, very efficient, countering all 6 heads. Lot to dive into, a lot of credit to be given. Let's get right into it. What up, team? With your boy MurderInc here, back again with another Raid Shadow Legends video. Now today we're going to be giving a huge shout out once again to the one, the only Infinite, my clan leader. I swear, this guy's built different, from dungeons to all the crazy stuff he's done now to Hydra. Done so much work with the shamael teams. Of course, Deterrence was changed, and now this team is quite literally built different. So we have 6 champions on auto that counters all 6 Hydra heads. Now there have been teams that have gotten really good luck RNG wise through many hours over and over again to reach that 1 key on full auto. However, like I said, this team, it doesn't matter what head appears, it doesn't matter what condition there is, it gets the job done, and it's quite incredible. So huge shout out to Infinite for figuring this out. It didn't take him a lot of time, which kind of crushes my soul because I spent quite a bit of time trying to figure this out. When I watched him do it live on Discord, I was in awe, to say the least. So let's go over the team here. We have Duchess Lilitu, Krisk, Venus, Tuhanarok, Husk, and Royal Guard. Now, what makes this team so special, so different from many of the others? First of all, 15 minutes and 47 seconds. That's a great time. I wish my keys were anywhere near that. So, of course, we have Duchess Lilitu, Perfect Veil, an easier time reducing damage taken and the fear. We have Krisk, applies defense down, attack down, ally protection, self heals with the continuous heal, decrease speed. We have Venus, AoE HP burn, defense down, weaken, all of that good stuff. Tuhanarok, insane champion. Most people wouldn't recognize or think it before then. I know I didn't. I said Tuhanarok, great champion, but like, where do we use her? The answer is Hydra. So we have attack down, block buffs, crazy healing, all of this really cool stuff. And of course she cleanses, and that's one of the main purposes as well. But we have Husk and Royal Guard. Why aren't we running 2 Husks, 2 Royal Guards? Because Infinite is smart, and he knows that having one of each affinity is going to cover every single affinity, so it's going to work no matter which heads spawn. So let's go back to the origins of this. Where did it start? Auto, second attempt. Not a flex at all. Listen, I get it, you're built different. It is what it is. So the first time I did this on try number 2 after building the team, 42.74 million damage. So this time, of course, it's a lot longer, and it's crazy to compare this to other teams that do this with auto because they use Kymar. Now think about Kymar. He's refreshing the 2 enemy max health champions, and those keys should be a lot faster. And he's just getting it done without the Kymar, which is the crazy part. So this was the first time he did this. From me recording now, yesterday at 2:30 a.m. he likes to cut things close to reset, of course, with all of the holidays and all that good stuff. Then today, same team as last week, even though it was just a day prior, 44.04 million damage in 15 minutes and 47 seconds. Insane. Giving you some kind of clue as to what heads respawned. Torment to Blight, Decay went to Wrath, and Mischief to Torment. So I can't survive the Wrath head. Attack down helps a lot. Block buffs, of course, and then he doesn't have to worry about the poison cloud effect because of Venus. So if you want to see the build, I'm going to show you my version of the team. I don't have Tuhanarok, unfortunately. First of all, his gear is crazy. His gear is crazy. There's just no other way to say it. So this is his gear for his Royal Guard. He's got 2 pieces of refresh. I wish I had 1. Another 2 pieces of refresh. Both of them are in fact in Savage gear. Next we have Duchess Lilitu. Not crazy fast. A solid amount of resistance, regeneration gear to keep her sustained. Next we have Venus here. Way too much accuracy. I'm onto you. That's fine. We have good resistance here. We have double refresh on the accessories as well. You can kind of see the common theme here, which is going to be refresh. 2 refreshes again onto Tuhanarok here. Pretty good speed, good accuracy, good resistance as well. Using accuracy set, divine speed, and then immortal gear. Next we have Krisk, the ageless. We have accuracy, we have high resistance. almost 100% crit rate. Nice little flex there. 190 speed, I believe, if I could do that math right. Regeneration gear, immortal gear, very solid. As far as masteries go, I was surprised when I first saw this that he didn't take the defense tree, and I guess his champions are just surviving. So hey, it is what it is. He went offense tree and support tree for Tuhanarok, now for Venus. This is what Husk looks like. Any chance to get the reduced duration on that enemy max health is going to be huge. Then we have Royal Guard, of course. And finally, Krisk, who does in fact use the defense tree because he has to. We all know that he applies ally protection. That's a lot of incoming damage. So huge shout out to Infinite. Now I want to show you guys what I built without Tuhanarok. Nowhere near as impressive. I can do it on auto, but and then we can see his lovely key. I can do it on auto, but there's a high chance that it does not work out how I want it to. And really quickly, you can kind of see the, I guess, progress of all of the teams that I have run throughout the time as things have changed. Of course, Shamael was nerfed, yada, yada, yada. I mean, not Shamael, Deterrent. I shouldn't say that. People will get up in arms for sure. So what I do want to try this run, not that I wasn't working before, just saying, is I want to keep these on, but prioritize this as 1, just to see if it makes a difference. I mean, it could for sure, but you never know. So 1 Krisk, we don't need that ability. I mean, we could no, we're not going to do that. Okay, let's go. Let's get it. Full auto. Hope for a good key while we are live here, so you can, like I said, I didn't record his run because I was just in awe watching everything happen the way it did. We got that defense down, everything looking pretty swimmingly so far. Let's see what happens. AoE 1 hitting Krisk. We have the resist on lock, we're fine. What do we got going on here? Okay, he cleansed the debuffs. Now hopefully, I mean, listen, as much as I would love to say you can swap this champion for that champion and then this champion for that. Okay. Problem with the Hydra number 3000. 3% chance of resist. Now if I had Tuhanarok, who had block buffs that she could apply on everybody, this wouldn't be a problem. However, as we can see here, there's kind of a problem going on right now. On top of that, Tuhanarok would have cleansed these true fears here. Things would have gone swimmingly, to say the least. So, do I restart this? I mean, I'm not going to die or wipe, but the run is going to kind of be set back a little bit too far. I don't know. We'll just let it play out. What's the worst that can happen, right? Don't answer that. Please, chat. I'm calling you as chat like I'm streaming. Please, viewers of YouTube, do not answer that as far as what's the worst that can happen here. So we're going to let this play out here. We have, okay, Head of Mischief was stunned. That is good. Duchess is going to be the first champion to be consumed. Like I was saying before, this is pretty much going to be the same concept as Infinite's team, of course, using inferior champions. Just one inferior champion, but my original point as to what I was kind of alluding to before is going to be, it's not as simple as who can I change for this champion, who can I change for that champion, because Infinite's team had all of his bases covered very, very well. And that's something quite rare to see, being honest with you. Okay, so I do believe this is going to be a wipe because one of our major damage dealers here just took that fat L, and we have to break Duchess out. If we can't do that, we are in some serious trouble here. And we're getting feared on top of things. So if he dies, yeah, let's just free regroup. So like I was saying before, you cannot just swap people in, because the fact that I don't have Tuhanarok, I'm missing key elements to this team that worked for him and made it so successful on full auto, and it's just not going to work out for me. Can the team I'm running here one key? Yeah, probably. Is it going to be in the second attempt like Infinite? Definitely not without Tuhanarok. That's kind of just the main point here. Or I'm going to have to manual, and I really don't want to manual. I don't think anybody likes that. But the fact that he was able to conquer most of the RNG with 6 champions is incredibly, incredibly impressive. And I'm sure most people watching, including myself, salute you on that, because even though you brushed it off like it was nothing, that someone else was going to figure it out eventually, major props to you, because that's the most impressive key that I've personally seen to date, since it covers all bases, counters everything really well. And yeah, I mean, your gear is insane, don't get me wrong. I struggled coming even close to what you were running as far as resistance on all of these. I think you had resistance on 4 of the champions, if I remember from reading earlier. And then I do have pretty decent enemy max HP champions, of course. I did elect to gear my Royal Guard a little bit differently. Maybe it's worse than what you did. Maybe it's better. I'm not sure. I can't survive long enough to test it. But I am running this. I'm running 296 crit damage. He's a lot slower than yours, but he is in reflex gear because I have no refresh accessories. I mean, I do, but there's no speed on it, and I'm getting hard carried by speed with this banner here, even though it may not seem like it. I believe, yeah, so this is my refresh option, losing 22 speed. So I just felt like it was going to be overkill if I added that on top of reflex gear, because the stats are pretty decent. I am able to hit all of the thresholds and dig deeper into the thresholds on Head of Suffering and Decay, because if you just hit the minimum, and I've seen a lot of people say this, you only need like 230 or 240% crit damage. I wouldn't do that if I were you. It's going to be a manual key more likely than not. And why wouldn't you go above and beyond? Because you're never going to hit the cap on the Head of Suffering and Decay, like I was just saying. So those are the main points I wanted to talk about here. Shout out Infinite once again for the last time. Amazing key, great addition to the entire community. Hopefully, from the ideas that he had with this group of 6 players, and let me just pull it up again just so we can look at it. Hopefully, from this grouping of 6 players, more teams can reveal itself that are more, I mean, I hate to say free-to-play friendly, because that's not the case for Hydra, as we all know, but maybe down the line, if the Hydra is eventually nerfed, we see some changes. This can be some of the building blocks for the rest of the teams going forward. Alright guys, that is going to conclude my video today. Give me your thoughts, give me your feedback. Insane team for sure. As always, if you enjoyed this content, smash that like button, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and I will see you all in the next video.